Hello everyone, how is it going? Can you hear me properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. After a long time we are here. That means after midterm break, this is our first class, right? And I hope that all of you have enjoyed your mid break and you have prepared yourself for your midterm exam. Today we will learn about Laplace transforms properties. In our last lecture, we have learned some properties, that means linearity property, shifting theorem, and application of the shifting theorem. And today we will learn another property that's name is scale property of Laplace transformation, and the properties of Laplace transformation for first derivative, second derivative, their proofs, and their applications. But here I can see that maximum students are not present, so we will start after 2 minutes. So students, please wait for 2 minutes. And in the meantime, you can write down your ID number on the chat box for attendance. Since all of the students are not present yet, so we will start after 2 minutes, okay? Okay, already 4 minutes over, so I think we should start from now. Today we'll learn scalar. At first, we'll learn scalar property of Laplace transformation. And one thing is that if you face any problem to hear me or to see the board, then please inform me directly, okay? And I expect that all of you will cooperate with me in these online classes. So, what is scale property? Here, this property is known as scale property. What is this? If the Laplace transformation of any function f of t is equal to f of s, if the Laplace transformation of any function f of t is f of s, then the Laplace transformation of f of at can be directly evaluated by this formula 1 by a f of s by a. What is this? At first, you have to suppose here it is given that find the Laplace transformation of sin at, sin 3t, okay? And I asked to find the Laplace transformation of this by using a scale property of Laplace transformation, okay? So in that case here it is your f of at, right? It is your f of at and here a is equal 3. Here a is equal 3. Now you have to apply scale property. So for scale property, you need this one Laplace transformation of f of t is equal f of s. And here it is f of at. So what if this is f of at? If this is f of at is equal sine 3t and here a is equal 3, then what will be the function for f of t? I am asking find the Laplace transformation of this function by using scale property. And for scale property, you know that find the Laplace transformation of f of 8 is equal to 1 by a, f of s by a, where Laplace transformation of f of t is equal to f of s. And here this is f of at. At first, we should find Laplace transformation of f of t. And here it is f of at. So what will be the function for f of t? From here, if f of at where s equal 3 is sine 3t, then what will be the function for f of t?
Sin t.
It will be sine t. So now we will find the Laplace transformation f of t, that is f of s. So Laplace transformation of Laplace transformation of f of t, that means Laplace transformation of sine t. Now you have to use the result for elementary function, and Laplace transformation of sine t means 1 by s square plus 1, right? That means a by s square plus a square, and here a is 1. That is the formula for Laplace transformation of elementary function. Now you will find the Laplace transformation for f of at, that is sine 3t, where a is 3. Okay. So here, according to your property, this is our f of s. This is our f of s. Now we will find the Laplace transformation of f of at. F of at. Here a means 3, right? So we can write down f of 3t. F of 3t, that means Laplace transformation of sine 3t. And it is equal 1 by a, and here our a is equal 3, it will be 3 f of s by a. This is your f of s. This is your f of s, and from here you have to find f of s by a. So it will be 1 by s by 3 whole square plus 1. That means 1 by 3 into s square plus 9 to the power 9, 3. And finally the result will be 3 by s square plus 9. Okay. So here we can see that our given problem sine 3t is solved by using the property of scale property of Laplace transformation. Okay, here this is the result by using scale property of Laplace transformation. Now you will see the proof of this property. How can we prove this scalar property? Now we will learn the proof of this property. So for proving this scale property of Laplace transformation, at first we will consider the definition of Laplace transformation. And all of you know that the definition of Laplace transformation of f of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. F of t dt. And we will consider the Laplace. Here it is given that if Laplace transformation f of t is equals to f of s, that means this is our given condition. If this is true, then this. Okay, this is our precondition. So we can write down this is equal f of s, which is given in our precondition of our theorem. This is considered f of s, which is given here. Now we will consider f of at. We will replace t by at. So the Laplace transformation of f of at. So it will be 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t. Here t will be replaced by at. F of at into dt, right? F of at into dt. Here I just replace f of t by f of at. Okay, and consider this equation as equation number 1. Here there is a term at. We will remove this. We will consider at is equal to u. Okay, we will consider this at is equal u. So it will be t is equal u by a. And here there is a term dt. So dt will be 1 by a into du. Now we will change the limit. We are considering at is equal u, and here this limit 0 to infinity are given for the variable t, but now we will change the limit for the variable u. So here when t is equal 0, by using this relation at is equal u, by using this relation we will change our limit. When t is equal 0, then using this relation, when t is equal 0, then when t is equal 0, using this relation, u will be 0. Again, here the upper limit of t is infinity, okay? So, using the same relation, when t tends to infinity, in that case, u will tends to infinity, okay? So, now we will use this consideration or use these results in our equation number 1. So, from equation number 1, what will happen? It will be Laplace transformation of f of at is equal. Here 0 to infinity will be replaced by 0 to infinity. Since for the variable u, it is also 0 to infinity. So limit 0 to infinity e to the power minus s. And t will be replaced by, here t will be replaced by u by a. Here it is e to the power minus st, and t will be replaced by u by a. S into u by a into f of at. We have considered at is equals to u. Here f of at, and we consider at is equal to u. So it will be f of u. It will be f of u, and for dt it will be 1 by a du. 1 by a du. Okay. Now from here we obtain 1 by a integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus s by a into u into f of u into du. Now can anyone say what will be this? What is the reason for this improper integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus s by a into u f of u du? From here, it is the definition of Laplace transformation, right? We know the definition of Laplace transformation is the 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Right? This is the definition of Laplace transformation of a function f of t. This is the definition of Laplace transformation. So if you compare this improper integral with the definition of Laplace transformation, then what will be the value for this? If it is equal f of s. If this is equal f of s by
f of s by a হবে ম্যাম
f of s by a, since here the variable s is replaced by s by a, so by using the definition of Laplace transformation, it will be f of s by a. So we can write down it as f of s by a. Okay, so we have seen that Laplace transformation of f of at is equal 1 by a, f of s by a. This is our scale property of Laplace transformation, and we have completed the proof for this property. Okay, is there any problem anyone to understand the proof of this property? I hope that not, because this is a very simple proof. But still, if you have any problem, then you may ask. Now we will learn another property, that means Laplace transformation of derivatives. We will derive the formula for first derivative, second derivative, and similarly you can derive the formula of Laplace transformation for third derivative, fourth derivative, something like this. Okay, so at first we will learn the Laplace transformation of derivatives and for first derivative. And by using these properties, you will be able to solve a system of differential equation. Okay, this formula are important because by using this formula or this property, you will be able to solve a system of differential equation. Okay, here this is the Laplace transformation of derivatives. That means the property of derivatives for Laplace transformation of the first order derivative. That means f prime t. And today we will show the application of it and also learn the proof of this. Okay, so at first we will see the application of this, and after that we will prove this property. So suppose I consider that f of t is equal cos 3t. Okay, sorry. Okay, Laplace transformation of minus 3 sin. Okay, suppose I ask you to find the Laplace transformation of it, and all of you know that this is the differentiation. This is the differentiation of cos 3t, right? This is the differentiation of cos 3t, and I give this function minus 3 sin 3t to find the Laplace transformation of this function, and this is the differentiation of cos 3t. So if I want to solve this problem or want to find the Laplace transformation of this by using the properties of first derivative, then we have to consider f of t is equal cos 3t. Since this is the differentiation of cos 3t, so for this problem we will consider f of t. We'll consider f of t is equal cos 3t, right? And here it is given that Laplace transformation f of t is equal to f of s. This is f of t. So we will find the Laplace transformation of f of t. What is the Laplace transformation of f of t? Laplace transformation of cos 3t. Can anyone remember what is the formula for finding Laplace transformation of cos at? Probably it is a by s square plus a square, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here a is 3, it will be 3 divided by s square plus 3 square. That means 3 divided by s square plus 9. Okay. This is our Laplace transformation of f of t, and I think it will be according to your given condition, it will be f of s. So we will consider this as f of s. Now we will find the Laplace transformation of this because it is the first derivative of cos 3t. So Laplace transformation of f prime t is equal as f of s minus f of 0. As f of s, here s into f of s is equal this. Okay, f of s is equal this. That means 3 by s square plus 9. S f of s minus f of 0. Here it is your f of t, and from here you have to find f of 0. Okay. Here it is your f of t. F of t is equal cos 3t. Then what will be the result for f of 0? It will be cos 0, right? If f of t is equal this, then what will be the result for f of 0? It will be, here replace t by 0 and it will be cos 0. That means the result will be okay. So in this way, we can solve our given problem, or we can find the Laplace transformation of trigonometric function or any type of functions by using the properties Laplace transformation for derivatives, and this is for first derivative. And there is a similar formula for second derivative. At first, we will learn the proof of this property, and after that, we will go for the second derivative. Okay. So in this way, you can solve the Laplace transformation of your given function, that is the differentiation of another function. Here, if you want to use this formula for finding the Laplace transformation of any function, then you have to consider that the given function will have to be the differentiation of another function. Okay. Otherwise, we cannot apply this formula. Here, your given function will have to be the differentiation of another function f of t. Since we are considering f prime t, then you have to consider another function f of t, okay? Now we will learn the proof of this theorem. So in the similar way, we will start with the definition of Laplace transformation by the So what will be the result? By the definition of Laplace transformation, we know that Laplace transformation of f of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt, right? We know this, the definition of Laplace transformation. And here it is given that Laplace transformation of f of t is equal to f of s. So we can write down this is equal this by its definition, and it will be equal to f of s by the given condition Laplace transformation of f of t is equal to f of s, and this is equal this by definition, and using this condition we can write down it is equal f of s. So what will be the result for f prime t? We will find the Laplace transformation for f prime t, that means the first order differentiation of f of t. So Laplace transformation of f prime t will be, here it is 0 to infinity e to the power minus st, and f of t will be replaced by f prime t. Okay, f of t will be replaced by f prime t into dt. Now you have to complete this improper integration by using UV formula or integrating by parts rules. Okay, you have to solve this improper integral by using UV formula. I just write down that result. It will be to the power minus st f of t, okay, 0 to infinity plus s integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Okay, that is the result of this improper integral by using UV formula. You have to consider this as u, this is as v, and after using UV formula, the first term will be this and the last term will be this. And here you have to use the upper and lower limit. You have to use the upper and lower limit. If you use the upper limit, then here e to the power minus infinity will be 0. Okay, here the upper limit is infinity and there is a term e to the power minus st. So e to the power minus infinity will be 0. So for the first term it will be 0 if we use the upper limit, and for lower limit it will be e to the power 0, e to the power 0 into f of t, f of 0, right? E to the power 0 into f of 0 for the lower limit, and the rest of the part is 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Okay. So for the term is 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of
F
t,
of S হবে।
it will be f of s by the definition of Laplace transformation. So s f of s, and e to the power 0 means 1 minus f of 0. So finally we obtain Laplace transformation of f prime t is equal s f of s minus f of 0. Okay, so that is the property of Laplace transformation for first order derivatives. Now you will find, or we will see, the properties for second order derivatives. So students, is there any problem to understand these properties for the first order? If you have, then you may ask. Otherwise, I will go for the second order derivatives. If anyone have any question, then you may ask. Otherwise, we will go for the second property of second order derivatives. And this property is if Laplace transformation of f of t is equal f of s, then what will be the result for second order derivative? The result for second order derivative will be f double prime t is equal s square f of s minus s f of 0. Okay, s f of 0 minus f prime 0. So that is the property for Laplace transformation of second order derivatives. Laplace transformation of f double prime t, that means second order derivative of f of t is equal s square f of s minus s f of 0 minus f prime 0. And now we will prove these properties as similarly. The first one, that means by using the definition of Laplace transformation. So by the definition of Laplace transformation, so what is the definition? Laplace transformation of f of t is equal integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t into dt. Okay, so this is the definition of Laplace transformation of f of t, and this is the condition of this property. What is this? Laplace transformation of f of t is equal to f of s. So this will be equal to f of s, as like the previous one. Now on the left side, it is Laplace transformation of f double prime t. So you have to consider Laplace transformation of second derivative of f of t, that is f double prime t will be, here f of t will be replaced by second derivative of f of t. Okay, since we are finding the Laplace transformation for this second derivative of f of t. So here f of t will be replaced by this e to the power minus st f double prime t into dt. So now you have to complete this improper integration by using UV formula, and here you have to consider this as u and f double prime t as v, and after using UV formula the result will be e to the power minus st f prime t, and the upper and lower limit is from 0 to infinity is 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f prime t dt. Okay, f prime t dt. So now you have to use the upper and lower limit. I think all of you know that if you integrate this term for the first time, then it will be f prime t, and if you integrate f prime t for the second term, then it will be f of t. And we have learned this into such type of integration in our Fourier analysis part. Okay, so I think it is quite easier for all of the students to understand this integration, because we have already learned such type of many types of integration like this. Okay, now we will use the upper and lower limit here. It will be e to the power for the infinity, e to the power minus infinity, it will be 0. And for the lower limit, it will be e to the power 0 into f prime 0, right? Here it will be f prime 0 plus s, and here the term 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f prime t dt. For this part, it will be Laplace transformation of f prime t, right? This is the Laplace transform 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f prime t dt. We can write down it as Laplace transformation of f prime t. So it will be minus e to the power 0 means 1, for f prime 0 it is f prime 0 plus s, and Laplace transformation of f prime t. Now we need the result for Laplace transformation of f of t for the first order derivative. We have already proved the result for Laplace transformation of f prime t. What is this? It is s f of s minus f of 0, right? In our first property, we have already proved Laplace transformation of f prime t is equal s f of s minus f of 0. We have already proved this, right? This is our first property for Laplace transformation of derivatives. So from here we can get s square f of s minus s f of 0 minus f prime 0. And it is similar to this, right? So we have completed our proof. That means the Laplace transformation of second order derivatives, which is equal s square f of s minus s f of 0 minus f prime 0. And I think in a similar way, we can find the Laplace transformation for third order derivatives, Laplace transformation for fourth order derivatives, right? So what we can anyone guess what will be the result for Laplace transformation of third order derivatives from by using this formula? This is for Laplace transformation of second order derivatives. So if I want to write down the Laplace transformation for third order derivatives, then what will be the result? Can anyone guess what is the result for Laplace transformation of third order derivatives? Here, since it is s square for second derivative, then for third derivative it will be s cube f of s, right? For third derivative it will be s cube f of s. And since for second derivative it is s f of 0, then for third one it will be s square f of 0, right? And since it is s square, the next term will be s. Next term will be s f prime 0, and the last term will be minus f double prime 0. Okay. Sorry, I think you cannot see this. Now it's okay. So what is this? If you make a comparison between second order and third order derivatives, then for second order it is s square f of s. That means it will start the power of s from 2, but for third derivative it will start from 3. So the first one will be s cube f of s, the second one will be s square f of 0, the third one will be s f prime 0, and the last one will be f double prime 0. And in a similar way, you can find the formula for fourth order derivative. Okay, you can find a formula for fourth order derivative, and the formula will be for fourth order, it will be s to the power 4 f of s minus s cube f of 0 minus s square f prime 0 minus f triple prime 0. Okay, so what will be the result for fourth order derivative? If your third order derivative is f triple prime t is equal s cube f of s minus s square f of 0 minus s f prime 0 minus f double prime 0. Then what will be the result for Laplace transformation of this? What will be the result for this?
S to the power 4 fs
S to the power 4 f of s minus s cube f of
s cube
0
0
minus s square f
s
prime
square
0
f dot and
minus s f double prime 0 minus f triple prime 0. Okay. So that is the formula for fourth order derivative, and in a similar way you can find any other formula for any other order of derivative. Okay. Basically in your problem first and second order are enough. You will not get problem if where you need the fourth order or fifth order derivatives. Probably in your problems or in your topic or exam, you will the second order, third order, and first order. These three formula are enough for you. Okay. Now you will show an example. Okay, here there is an example. Find the Laplace transform of cos AT using theorem for Laplace transform of second order derivatives. Okay. So at first we will consider f of t is equal cos AT. You have to use second order derivative. That means you have to find f double prime t. So at first we will consider f of t is equal cos AT, and you know that for using the formula for Laplace transformation of second order derivative, you know you need second order derivative of your function, first order derivative of your function. So at first we will find the first order derivative of this function, that is f prime t, and the result is minus a sine AT, right? And for second order derivative the result is what? Minus a square cos AT. For first order differentiation result is, second order differentiation result is this, and you need f prime 0. What will be the result for f prime 0? If you set here sine 0, the result for sine 0 is equals to 0. So f prime 0 will be 0. Now f double prime 0. What is the result for f double prime 0? Here it is minus a square into cos 0, right? If you say t is equal 0, then from here we will get minus a square cos 0, and cos 0 is equals to 1. That means the result for f double prime 0 will be only a square. Here the result will be only a square. Okay. Sorry, minus a square. Here it is minus a square, so it will be minus a square. Now you will use the formula for Laplace transformation of second order derivatives. what is the formula? Can anyone say? For second order derivative, it is s square f of s, right?
Yes, ma'am.
S square f of s minus s f of 0 minus f prime 0. So we need the values of f of s, and here f of s means the Laplace transformation of f of t, right? Consider this equation as equation number 1. Here f of s means Laplace transformation of f of t. So what is the result for Laplace transformation of f of t? Probably Laplace transformation of cos at, right? And the result for cos at means a by s square plus a square. Probably the result for Laplace transformation of this is a by s square plus a square. Okay. Now you will use this result in equation number 1. What is this? Laplace transformation of f of s is a by s square plus a square. Okay. So here s square. And we have what is the f of t is equal? Cos 80. So what will be the result for f of 0? The result for f of 0 will be cos 0. That means 1. So from this part is, and f of 0 is equal 1 and f prime 0. Initially we have find f prime 0 is equals to 0, right? F prime 0 is equals to 0. By how? F of t is equals to cos 80 and f prime t is equal minus a sine 80, and f prime 0 is equals to minus a into sine 0, and the values of sine 0 is equals to 0. So the result for f prime 0 will be 0. Okay. So the result for f prime 0 will be 0. We have already derived these. So directly we can use the result for f prime 0, that is 0. So the result will be a s square divided by s square plus a square minus s. Okay. So that is the result of our given function f of t is equal cos 80 by using the theorem for Laplace transformation of second derivatives. Okay. So students, we are at the end of our today's lecture. If you have any problem or to understand anything, then you may ask. Otherwise, we will stop our today's lecture. Anyone, any problem to understand this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I think all of you have write down your ID number on the chat box. Okay, one thing is that you can solve this problem. You can solve this problem f of t is equals to cos 80 in different way, but if it is given that solve this by using the formula or theorem of second order derivatives, in that case you have to use this formula. Otherwise, you can solve it in another way. Okay, and the derived result can also be, here it is one kind of result and it can be expressed in another way. If you derive this, then it is okay, and this problem can be derived in another way. I just see it. Here, suppose your Laplace transformation of f double prime t is equal, the formula is s square f of s minus s f of 0 minus f prime 0, okay, minus f prime 0. Here this result is okay, but you can derive this result in another way. This is another way for deriving the result. Another way. Okay, and here f of s means the Laplace transformation of f of t, right? Here your f of s means the Laplace transformation of f of t. So Laplace transformation of f of t minus is f of 0 minus f prime 0. Okay. So s square and Laplace transformation of cos, here f of t means cos at minus s into f of 0 means, I think f of 0 is equal 1, right? F of t cos at, yes, f of 0 is equal 1 minus f prime 0 is equals to 0. So Laplace transformation of cos at minus s. And on the left side, it is Laplace transformation of f double prime t. So what is the result for f double prime t? Can anyone say? What is the result for f double prime t? If your f of t is equal cos at, then f prime t is equal minus a sin at. So what will be the result for f double prime t? The result for f double prime t, it will be minus a square, right? Minus a square into cos at. So the result for f double prime t, we can write down minus a square cos at. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Here, for f double prime t, on the left side it is f double prime t, and for f double prime t, we can write down minus a square cos at. So this can be written as minus a square Laplace transformation of cos at, and on the right side it is s square into Laplace transformation of cos at minus this. Here this is the Laplace transformation of cos at, and this is the Laplace transformation of cos at. So take this one to the left side, to the right side, and this s to the left side. So it will be s is equal s square plus a square into Laplace transformation of cos at. And finally we can write Laplace transformation of cos at is equal s divided by s square plus a square. Okay. So you can also use this way. There are two ways. You can also solve this problem by the first way or the second way. Okay. Students, it is not necessary to write down your ID number again. I have already saved your ID number for attendance. So that's all for today. If you have any problem, then you may ask. Otherwise, I will stop here.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have
Yes?
written my ID number at the very last moment.
Okay. What is your ID number? 42 or 37?
04, ma'am. 004.
04. Okay. So students, take care everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Ma'am, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.